Hi, I'm Ikea, and I'm going to give you a build overview of a Striker TechTank. And layout-wise, that looks like this, with 4 pieces of Striker, 3 of which have been blue cored. We're going without the chest and the backpack of Striker. In the backpack slot, we have a Memento. In the chest slot, we have an Obliterate Cheska chest. You could go with the Striker chest as well. At high stacks, if you can keep that consistently up, it will do more damage. I prefer the consistency of just having Obliterate and 100 stacks to deal with. Then we, with all of those cores and the Memento cores and Technician providing 1 skill tier, we have a 6-tier shield and a 2-tier Artificer healing it. You don't need to deploy the Artificer for it to heal your shield. It can just stay on your back, and every 10 seconds it will heal your shield up for quite a bit. Then we pair that with any weapons that we like. For this build, I very much enjoy the Chameleon as I have here, but you could go with really any AR or SMG that you enjoy. Having an ACS to stack up with for certain situations can be also useful. And on this build picture, which will be linked in the comments and in the description, we can see that all of those minor attributes and the mod slots are taken up by crit chances and crit damages, the placement of which isn't very important, but what we are trying to hit here with the Chameleon, which has a talent, of course, which can provide us with a little bit of crit chance. We're going for this 51-117, leaving a little bit of a gap for that Chameleon to fill in. If you're going with other weapons, give it 1 more crit chance roll, basically going for a 57. Then also we see that the Memento, once it is charged up, we gain a shield that is around 6.4 million. It is getting healed every 10 seconds for 43%. That means that it is around 250k regen per second, as it is 2.5 million every 10 seconds in actuality, but we can kind of see it as that. And that is, of course, unmatchable by any regen build, and that's the strength of this. Although, of course, you have to kind of deal with it not being yourself, but actually being on your shield, so front towards enemy at all times. And the Striker TechTank, together with the Heartbreaker TechTank, is one of my most recommended builds, especially for solo players. This is very much a solo build. It is designed to kind of deal with solo scaling damage-wise and such as well. And in a group setting, you don't need this amount of tankiness. But for solo play, I usually grab one of the tech tanks. I have basically one on each character of different designs. And yeah, especially the Striker one is very potent. The Heartbreaker one has a little bit more in this bonus armor, but it stacks so poorly. And the Striker one makes that so much easier as it stacks really well. If you want a much more in-depth look into it, we have featured it in the Tech Tanks Masterclass. It doesn't have its own build showcase yet, but that will come in the future.